boom, there it is with Rye Cape. Gets his own cell and everything. Me, Chris, and Scott, we're all relegated to one line. Rye Cape gets special billing as it should be. Hey, welcome to the NASCAR shows, guys. I am your host, Scott Steen. It's kind of like herding cats today. I love it. It's Friday afternoon. It's kind of our happy hour, boys, and I am joined by some of the most, I won't say the best in the business, but some of the most enthusiastic in the business. To your right on the radio dial, it is the one and only Chris King. Down below in the Ruth Buzzy Square is Scott Reichel, and of course, right underneath me in the Alice the maid spot. What's up, Rye? It's Rye Cape, everybody. The one and only, the aforementioned Rye Cape. How is everybody doing today on this fine Friday?
Wonderful.
Okay.
Doing pretty well. I'm happy you called it happy hour because the results from the last two races drove me to drink.
Not good. Not good at all. We're gonna.
Rye's impressed by that. Rye's impressed by that. I saw that head nod. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, very good. James S says, I don't know nothing about NASCAR, but I want to be on. There you go. You're on, buddy.
Apparently, neither do we. So we're on the same page. You know?
It's been a brutal last 2 weeks. I came in second in points. Chris had 53. I had 38. Rye had 36. Reichel had 32.
Yeah.
None of us made money. Scott and I are still profitable. Some of us more than others. And let's see, I am still eking out a lead in the points, but it is really tight. So,
am I in third in points?
What are the points? I don't even know anymore.
I am. I've started putting it by week since Rye joined the crew. Really, accumulation wouldn't be fair, obviously.
That's fair.
So I'm 78.40 a week, 78.40. Reichel 77.87. Chris is 76.73. Rye is 58.8. Waiting for that first victory to have him climb into the stratosphere like we are. So
yeah, Rye, you got to remember
This is the week.
Yeah, we do multiplier effect stuff for first place and everything like that. So the reason why it's so high is because if we pick a long shot who wins, or even just a racer who wins, you get like 2.5 time multiplier with something else.
Yes, it's a. I don't know.
I'll just tell you why he actually has points.
I think I was
pretty much.
I think I was
40-1.
I think I was drinking when I devised the formula. So
no one told you to do it, so that's all you.
That's right. It is all me. So the way this show works, real quick, each of us will go around. We will pick one driver from the favorite category. They're broken 7-7 and whatever that would be 23 for this week's race, or 22, I guess 36 racers. So we'll take a favorite. That's a guy that we expect to win. We'll take a mid-range pick. That's a guy that we'd love to see win, but we expect him to be in the top 5. And we'll take a long shot, and that's a guy that if they win, it can make your season. But realistically, we'd be happy with a 10th place or a top 10 finish. And finally, we'll do our favorite matchup of the week, and that is where you guys outshined me last week, 2 weeks ago. As you all won your matchups, I did lose mine. I had Hamlin over Chastain. Nope. Rye had Chastain over Elliott, and Scott and Chris both had Cindric over the Dinger, the Almond Dinger at +1. By the way, those were all plus money plays, including mine, which didn't win. So
the counterfeit ringer is what they might as well just call him.
James,
counterfeit ringer.
James says you better step up your beard game. No shit. There's a man. There's a man's beard right there beside you, buddy.
I'm doing the best I can, man. I'm just one guy. I'm doing the best I can.
Rye, when was the last time you were beardless?
6 years ago.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good.
Before Girardi was hired as the Phillies manager.
Yeah, I trim it up once in a while, but I let it go.
Chris, you ever had a beard?
Yeah. I had it for a while, but sometimes it just gets annoying. So especially with the climate here.
Did you go full bush, or did you have it neatly trimmed?
No, I try to keep it trimmed. I wasn't trying out to be replace Dusty Hill and ZZ Top or anything.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right, boys. Well, let's get to it. We're headed to Nash Vegas this week for the Ally 400. Another track where they've run just once. We've really done well with these brand new tracks, and we expect this week to break the string. No, it's going to be no exception, probably. Rye, tell us what you know about this track. How does it? It doesn't compare. It doesn't compare to anything, does it?
It doesn't compare to anything. It's a little bit of every other track.
Right.
So it's a flat track, 1.33 miles. It's an oval. It's 14-degree banking. I expected to run more like a short track rather than an intermediate track. It is concrete, so that's different from most tracks. Only Dover and Bristol are the other two concrete tracks, and we haven't seen Bristol on concrete yet. We will be using resin. Yeah, we have long straightaways with sharp turns, so there's going to be a lot of shifting, a lot of braking, and there should be some high speeds down the straightaways.
All right, very
And
good.
nobody knows how the next gen car is going to run here either, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's going to be a point of concern too.
Yeah,
Keselowski's
it's hard
eyes
to
are
go
lit up.
off of last year's because the cars are way different.
Keselowski's eyes lit up when you said sharp turns.
All right, boys. Well, let's get it rolling. And since Chris, you are the fastest guy in the one-legged race, you get the option. You can choose, or you can defer and have one of us start. Who would you like to have start today?
We'll take the wind and we'll let Rye start.
All right, very
Since
good.
he's got top billing now with his own screen.
That's right.
Might as well make him earn his keep.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's making up for like the last 3 or 4 weeks when he's been on the show and he hasn't been part of the intro. So I'm okay with that. Give the man.
Look how long you weren't part of the intro on my.
I know.
On our show,
You gotta give
the fact that it still kept saying Jim Williams,
Gotta,
and then David still kept tweeting it out as Jim Williams for a month.
Okay. Anyway, Rye, you're first, buddy. Lay it out for us.
All right. So the first guy I like is Ryan Blaney. Right now he's plus 1,200 pretty much everywhere. I actually got him a plus 1,500.
Okay.
I knew he was going to move, so I scooped it up quick. But he's been fast all season. He's fourth in points. Last year he did crash out. His average finish over the past 10 races is 12.1. He's fifth in average finish all year at 12.5. He hasn't been able to close, but a week off should help this team big time. So I think he's going to do well here. He does well at the flat tracks. He won Texas. He needs a win. At this point, we could have 17 winners, and if you're not one of them, you're missing out.
Okay.
And see, that made it easy because now I don't have to do mine because I had Blaney too.
All right. Very good.
Because he had run well at Gateway and finishing fourth, and like Ryan said, that's a race that's somewhat similar. It's something that you can lead off of. So,
Rye, who would you say has been the most disappointing driver so far this season?
I don't know, Truex.
Oh, okay.
That was going to be my short answer there.
All right. I thought you were going to go with Larson, and that was going to lead me into my pick. I've got Kyle Larson.
You're going back to Larson?
I'm going back to Larson. That's right. He's 1 for 1. He has won 100% of the times he has raced on this track. So I know it was the old car. I know he hasn't done great with the next gen car. I just think he's too good of a driver to be kept down the way he has been. He was not only won the last race, he was the leader in speed. For the overall race, he was the leader in late speed. He knows the track. It's time. Give me Kyle Larson.
So much for Larson being dead to you.
He's back.
He had Steen had a week off, and Larson had a week off, so they reached some type of compromise.
Yeah,
they gave it one more shot.
We worked it out. So,
are we going to put an
wait
over
till we
under
get
on
to the
what?
matchups.
Yeah.
all right, Rachel, that leaves
You got an over under on what lap Larson's going to try to spin out and then come back into the race?
But he can't be touched, though. It has to be a non-contact spin out. That's the Larson special this year.
You guys are going to be singing a different tune in 48 hours.
Injury.
Yep. I actually went with a different driver. I'm going to go with my boy, Ross Chastain, at plus 850. The way that I see it, I know, once again, last year's stats, a different car. I get it. He finished second last year at Nashville despite starting 19th. So he really did a great job of navigating through the traffic. And I think that's definitely a skill set that could translate well, regardless of what generation car he's going to be using. He's also won 2 races this year. So you can make a serious case he's been the best driver with the next-gen car, but he's been good at Nashville in the past. He's been very good everywhere up to this point. And as long as Hamlin isn't still pissed at him, he should be able to avoid, I'd say, any hang-ups, and he'll end up somewhere in the top 10. But we know that Chastain, when he's in the top 10, that's not good enough. He's trying to win, and I'm going to take him.
All right. I've got you at Chastain, so only one duplicate there. Very good. All right, I'll start the second round with our mid-range pick. I've come over to the dark side, boys. I give up. I'm tired of fading this guy. I'm going to back him. It's Joey Logano, 12,
I got him too.
12 to 1. Okay, great news.
Cool.
He ran top 10 last year. This is mainly just a case of Joey Logano has been doing very well with the new car this season. He's got a win. He's got a number of top fives. All right, I'm embracing the dark side. Give me Joey Logano, plus 12.
Logano has 1 win or 2 wins?
Do you have 2?
He's 1?
He won at Gateway, and he won at Darlington.
Oh, that's right.
I
He
thought
won.
he had 2.
I forgot he won in
two
Darlington. All right, very good. So even better than I thought. Rachel, you also have Logano. Anything you want to add to the breakdown?
He has 5 top 5 finishes and 12 starts. He started 3rd last year, and he finished 10th. So he has been pretty solid at Nashville in the 1 running. And on top of that, he's plus 190 on Barstool to finish top 5.
Okay, very good. Top 195 for top 5. Okay.
I said 190, but
190. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Chris, who you got?
I'm actually going to go back to one of your older picks that you've ridden for the last few weeks. I'm going to go with Christopher Bell. He's run pretty well on these short to intermediate tracks of late. He had his struggles at Sonoma, but pretty much everybody did. That's why we're not talking about that race. But before that, he had 5 straight races where he went 4th, 6th, 5th, and 9th. He started near the front of the field, and in the first or 4 straight races, he was 3rd, won the pole at Kansas, then was 3rd at Charlotte at Gateway. And I think he's going at plus 2,000 to win, and top 5 is plus 250. So I'll spin on Bell and see what he does this week.
I'm half rooting for Bell with no actual betting interest. He's been very good, but he just seems to keep inching closer, but he can't yet get over the mountain.
Bad racing luck, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some bad racing luck. All right, Rye.
I'm on Christopher Bell too. He's
right.
10th in points. He was 9th at Nashville last year. He's 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s. He won 3 poles. He was 4th at Dover. He has an 8.5 average qualifying at similar tracks, and he's been consistent running well this season. Last year, he did not qualify well here, but he still came in 9th place. So I'd keep an eye out for him. I wouldn't let his qualifying deter you from betting on him for the race.
All right, very good. And a quick reminder to everybody out there that's listening to this show, not live, it is done before qualifying and before practice as well. So we are kind of flying blind here with our picks. James says, I know this is off subject, but can you ask King if he had the abs on the puck line? Chris, I know you weren't afraid of the puck line, were you?
No, I said I thought that it was going to be a 3-1, 4-1 type of game in favor of Colorado. So
Chris looking to thread the needle tonight, cover the puck line, and go under. So just saying.
Yep, might as well go for the gusto, right? After the way this series has gone, completely not the way we've talked about it in the first 4 games.
Well, there is
like
one.
You said earlier.
There is one guy here who may have had it handicapped pretty well, and that's Rye, who's holding a plus 400 ticket on the abs in 5. So
yes, I am.
There you go. That smile could be even bigger here in a few hours. So very good. All right.
This is true.
Well, let's talk about some long shots, shall we? Chris, no, Rachel, you can get us started, and before Ryan and I take the same pick. All right, go
I was going to say, I'm going to pick somebody. I think somebody else on this panel is going to have the same pick, but
Okay.
I'm going to go with Almirola at 50 to 1 on Barstool. Shopping around, he's 40 to 1 everywhere else, so I'll gladly take an extra 10 to 1 odds if you want to just hand him to me.
Scott's starting to use those Barstool odds. Very good.
I kind of have to, right?
I
mean,
noticed that too.
If you're going to misprice everything, then I'm going to have to take advantage of it. But they gave me an extra, like double-digit % just by getting extra value. I'm going to take it. Now, he did win the pole last year at Nashville, finished 4th. But the fact is he qualified well here. I know it's a different car, but it's the best I can do, right? Finished 4th last year. And if you want to look at odds for top 10, he is plus 150 on Barstool to finish top 10. But Almirola has been consistent. And I simply think that at 50 to 1, it's a good price for a guy who has very solid track record here in one race.
All right, very good.
Greg's still on
Chris.
track record in one race.
That was what I'm saying. That's kind of the joke there, but it's the best I got. Almirola at 50 to 1, I just think is a good price.
All right, Christopher.
I'm going to go with.
Go with Stenhouse. Just do it. Take Stenhouse.
That's where I was going. Was Recky Spinhouse. He's had success at a lot of these tracks that you could kind of feed off of, Darlington or Charlotte or Richmond or Dover, all those places, And, he's got 5 finishes where he was 8th or better, finished second twice, including a finish at Dover. And he finished second in Nashville last year. So, God, you could do worse, especially considering he's going off at, I think, 60 to 1 at DraftKings. And to finish in the top 10 if they didn't take those odds down yet. No, apparently they haven't. He's plus 200.
60 to 1 plus 200. That's telling you they know he's going to probably run good, but they don't think he's going to win. So
he was my runner-up for the long shot.
Mine too.
All right. Rye, who you got?
Yep, I'm on Aaron Almirola too.
Okay.
Same thing. He also finished 5th at Gateway this season. He won New Hampshire last season, and this race was actually where he started his run of good races. So I think it was Nashville, then something else that he top 10, and then the New Hampshire that he won.
He's been underrated.
Okay. All right. Very good. And I'm going to close it up. I really thought Rye was going to go this direction. I'm taking Stenhouse too. I didn't think my duplicate buddy would be Chris.
The recent form scared me off.
Yeah,
he runs very well on concrete. Those are his best tracks, Stenhouse. But I like Almirola better.
Yeah, he had the second fastest speed ranking last year next to Larson. He ended up finishing 6th. I just think it's tremendous value. When I capped him, he was 6,000 or 5,000, and now that's gone up to 6. I'll take that value each and every day. Don't love the top 10 price. Wish we were getting a little better money there, but I get it. He's run well this season. I'll take the plus 200 to finish top 10. So.
What's he at Barstool, Michelle? Plus 700, 750?
No, I believe he was also at 6,000. So the odds didn't change there.
That's disappointing.
I was torn between the two, but I looked at recent form, and I just think Almirola's more reliable. Let's put it that way.
I agree.
All right, very good. And for my,
by the way, I don't know if Rye had any other points on Almirola besides the ones that I made.
I gave what I.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, very good. I'm going to ride the Almirola train when it comes to my matchup. I'm going to take him over Daniel Suarez. You guys have laid out an excellent case why Almirola has been undervalued here, and I'm going to use that to my advantage to get plus. What was he? Plus 100? Yeah, even money. So I'm going to take him at plus 100 over Suarez. I think Suarez is catching a little bit of extra heat because of his victory last time, and I'm going to take advantage of that relative inefficiency in the market. I think Almirola is the far better driver at this track. So give me Almirola over Suarez plus 100.
You also forgot to throw in the part where since Suarez won his last race, he's not allowed to win for the next 7 years.
Yep,
right?
can't do it. Can't do it.
He does run well on concrete.
Yeah. Well, Suarez has run well all season long. The issue is it seems like he always has some engine problems or something. So,
all right. Rachel, what's your matchup?
So for this one, I'm going to go to Blaney, which I know was Chris's pick, and I'm going to go.
It was Ryan's pick too.
Ryan's pick. Sorry, yeah, I know both of you. Sorry, I got Blaney over Truex at minus 115 on DraftKings. I've reached the point where I'm blindly going to fade Truex in most matchups because he basically announced indirectly he's retiring. And I don't think he'd be retiring if he was running well up to this point, especially when he was awful at Sonoma, which has been one of his better tracks, which I think is a serious red flag moving forward. But Blaney has finished top 6 in 3 of his last 4 races, including the All-Star race. So the issue that he had earlier in the year of being very good through the first 2 stages and falling apart has started to kind of dissipate, and I think that's a good sign for Blaney moving forward. Truex has finished 12th or worse in 7 of his last 10 races. And with Truex contemplating retirement, I'm not sure if his mind's fully in it. I'm going to go with Blaney.
All right, very good.
You're basically saying Truex has 1 foot in the grave.
I don't know if it's that, but Blaney needs a win in order to actually qualify for the playoff. Truex might just be done with the whole thing at this point. But the quotes, they seemed kind of depressing. I'm going to go with Blaney.
All right. He's playing the motivation angle. Don't hate it. Chris, who you got?
I'm actually going to go off the map here. I'm going to take Suarez over his teammate, Chastain. He's going off at plus 140. Like Rice said, concrete seems to be Suarez's best friend when it comes to racing. He ran well last year. He ran second at Dover. I know he won at Sonoma, and I didn't really care about that because I don't like road courses probably any more than most people because there's too many turns.
Who'd you say Suarez over who?
Chastain.
Plus.
I think Chastain's going at minus 175. I think that's just a little bit high.
What's the price?
So I think there's some value there.
Suarez 135.
Suarez is at plus 140.
140. All right.
Yeah. I feel like Chastain should be like minus 150, minus 140 in that range.
That does seem a little more reasonable. All right, very good. And finally, Rye, bring it on home for the show.
Yeah. So I'm going Chastain over Larson at plus 130. I'm going with the momentum guy. I know Larson won here last year. I'm thinking about Larson last year. Before that, he won 3 races, and 2 races before his 3 wins, he came in second place. He's not dominant like he was last year. He's had a lot of penalties, tire problems. He doesn't have a crew chief. He has a bunch of crew members who are suspended. This is too much value for me to pass up.
All right.
I'll take also Chastain was third at Dover, which is, I guess, similar track. So I think Chastain is going to have a great race here. I don't know about Larson. I think all the Hendrick guys are going to be a little lower than people expect this week.
Chastain, just please don't bump into Hamlin and don't bump into Elliott, and we'll see what happens. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, that Keselowski will risk him just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
All right, couple questions from the comment section. Very few of them race related, but we'll do it. Chris, you like the Red Sox tonight?
Do you trust Pavetta?
Yeah. Do you trust
the Guardians?
Do you trust?
Oh yeah. I took the Red Sox with Pavetta over
Quantrill. Yeah. Okay. Very good. How do you bet on car racing? Never seen it work. It's you can. There's a lot of ways to do it. You can take the couple main ways are taking whoever you want to win or finish top 3, top 5, top 10, and then you can take matchups. Of course, there's all kinds of other props with manufacturers and things like that. But that's the main 2 ways there, Nicholas. Nathan said he lost 4 units on the Padres. Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yep.
Everybody except Rye was disappointed about the way that game turned out.
Well, I didn't care if the Phillies won.
Like the Cheshire Cat over there, or like Garfield when the lights are off and he sees lasagna.
I didn't care if the Phillies won. I just had the team total over for San Diego, and I dared Suarez to pitch well, and he did. So.
I cared very much that the Phillies
so there you
won.
go. It's Ryan Shell's fault.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, Suarez was not very good going into it, and the Padres benched Voit and Cronenworth and whatever.
All right.
Didn't work out.
Very good. All right, let's recap our picks. Rye, give us your 3 picks and your matchup.
So I have Blaney at
plus 1,200.
You said 1,500.
You got it at 15 for the.
Well, he said he got it earlier in the week at 15.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. I got it at opening it.
For the show, it's 12.
1,200. Right. I got Bell at plus 2,000. Plus 150 for top 5. 250.
250. Yep.
And then Amarola at plus 150 for top 10. Chastain over Larson at plus 130. That was on DraftKings.
Very good. And I'm matching up with nobody in my opening picks. I've got Larson. I'm taking the favorite, going chalky here. He won it last year. I say he gets it again, plus 600. For my mid-range pick, I've got Logano, plus 1,200, plus 190 for top 5. Long shot, Recky Spinhouse, plus 6,000 and plus 200 for a top 10 finish. And I've got Almirola over Suarez at plus 100. Scott, what do you got?
So I got Chastain at plus 850 as my favorite. I have Logano at around 12-1 as my medium pick. And I got Almirola as well at 50-1 on Barstool to win. He's also plus 150 top 10. Logano's plus 190 top 5. And then for my matchup, I have Blaney fading the retirement tour of Truex. I'll go with Blaney minus 115 on DraftKings.
All right, very good. Nathan, I like the Phils tonight too. I don't have confidence in the what's that kid's name?
Don't take the
Gore?
Phillies
Mackenzie
as
Gore.
road
What's that?
favorite.
Mackenzie Gore. Yeah.
Yeah.
He pitched well, kind of faded. What'd you say, Rye?
Never take the Phillies as a road favorite.
Okay.
I believe the Phillies, though, are third in OPS against lefties this season.
Yeah, they
So-
bat well against them. I
Yep.
just think
And Gore struggled his last two
always
against the
pitch
Rockies
well,
too.
and then we're going to see the bullpen come in. And
Yep.
I took
Look-
over for total chaos, so I
Look-
hope a lot of runs are scored.
Chris, you also had Gore in Coors, though, so I don't know if you just tossed that in the garbage. or
Well,
not,
one of
but
them
that's
was in
separate
Coors,
story.
one of them was
But
in.
he got comfort on at Petco though
Yeah.
too.
It was both,
Yeah,
but I'm
he
just
doesn't
saying.
pitch well at home.
No. All right.
Better on the road.
Chris, who you got?
Like Ryan, I had Blaney at 1,200 as the favorite. Then I had Bell at plus 2,000, plus 250, and then Spinhouse at plus 6,000, plus 200. The matchup, I took Suarez at plus 140 over Chastain.
All right. Very good, guys. And that is that's going to do it for the show. Nathan says Avalanche are new Stanley Cup champs 2022. I believe that's true. They may have to wait till the next game to do it, though. We'll see how all that plays out.
Well, there's two games because they're also playing Sunday, right?
That's what I said. Though,
So I'm saying by the time it's the weekend, you got 2 shots at it. So we'll see.
Yep. True.
Finish the season tonight.
Yep. Okay. All right. I know everybody's on the Avs here. It makes me feel better about my Tampa Bay position because everyone, and I mean everybody's on the Avs. So it's me tilting at the windmills, guys. That's going to do it for NASCAR, baseball, hockey, whatever this show was about. No, it's NASCAR.
Tiddlywinks.
We appreciate you guys joining us as always. And yeah, good luck on your NASCAR plays. And we appreciate we especially appreciate the new blood, the guys that haven't seen the show before or haven't bet NASCAR. Hopefully, between the fun that we've had, we've been able to give you guys some good information and at least help you get started on betting on NASCAR on a track that, quite frankly, just doesn't have much of a body of work. So we're all kind of throwing shots in the dark. We'll see how it works out. We're due. We are due. Will the puck line hit? Nathan wants to know. Chris says it will. Scott says you like the puck line.
For me, no. I actually think there's a shot for the game to go to overtime.
Rye,
Mine,
is
like a
it
3-1
going to be a
close
blowout or going to be close, Rye?
I think we could get an empty net goal for the puck line cover.
Okay.
You're asking me for value. Overtime's tempting when 2 of the first 4 games went to overtime.
Yep, fair enough. You're getting 3-1 on a 50-50 shot. Yep, play that all day long. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for the NASCAR show. We appreciate it. Come back and see us. We do this every Friday. Every Friday we're here at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock Eastern time, 3 p.m. Central time, helping you guys head back to the window, cash those NASCAR tickets. You guys take care. Have fun this weekend. Good luck, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.